The following two things are the biggest thing that have killed a lot of people's career in Nollywood, and it's something that, as you are starting out, you need to be careful about. It has even killed people's career who has never even started. Like, a lot of people have not started their career because of these key two things that I'll be talking to you about. Number one, which is what will people think? What will people say about me if I tell them I want to join Nollywood? I want to become an actor or an actress. What will people think? How will they feel? And number two is getting your parents' support. Getting your parents to support your ambition to become an actor. Let's start primarily with the second one, which is getting your parents to support your ambition to become an actor. I use myself as an example, and let me give you a little bit of backstory about myself so that you understand. It will help you. It might also be one of the things that you might be dealing with, and then it will help you solve that problem. Because the whole idea for me in this is to be able to, tell you how to solve this key two problem that have killed a lot of people's career. I know people who would have wanted to be where I am today, who would have wanted to be in Hollywood as a director, as a producer, or as an actor, but they didn't get to do that because of this key two thing. Some of them are now in bank, still very good friend of mine, working in bank, frustrated, and still wishing that they did what I did, which is to go ahead and find a way to deal with my parents about what people think to be in Nollywood. And one of the things you need to understand in this life is that the biggest thing that can happen to anybody in this life is fulfillment. You doing what you know that this is really and truly what you want to be doing with your life. There is nothing greater than that. Like, I feel so happy, like I'm fulfilled. Like I would have like, yeah, this is what I get to do. Like I'm fulfilled, and they wish, that they can have the life that I have, which is that I get the opportunity to be in an industry that I love. I get to be able to make movies, and for some of you, is that you get to become an actor, to become famous. Don't let anything come against you and that dream. And I'll be helping you to address the key to thieves, or the things that have stolen a lot of people's dream. So number one, which is how to deal with your parents. A little bit about myself. So I'm the first son in my family. We are a young family. I'm the first son. And then I studied engineering, electrical electronics engineering. And then I made an excellent result. From my year one, I was on federal government scholarship because I was making first class. I was making, first class cumulatively every year. And when you do that, so there's this federal government scholarship while I was in school that, they will now place you on scholarship. So I was, with, I'm not trying to brag, but, as a big book, so, and then I graduated with second class upper in engineering. No be beans. For my whole class, we no reach 8 out of like 200 or hundreds of people. If I had wanted to an extent to graduate with first class, I could have, but while I was in school, I found my love for Nollywood, and then I started getting somehow distracted. While I was in school, I started, producing my own radio shows on Radio Nigeria. So I already know that this is what I want to do in my life. So I started like having, no conde to give school all the time. And so, but even at that, so I graduated with second class upper. Do you understand? And the day I was graduating, because I've become very good with the radio show, and I was doing a lot of things for one of the telecommunications company in this country, the biggest. I wouldn't want to mention it, but if you know the biggest, telecommunication company in this world, I was already working with their, with their manager at that level. And the day I graduated, I got a job offer to work in that telecommunication company. As they come out from hall, maybe see people go, they celebrate, they pour water, they do all those. So I just usually come out, sneak that, because my interview was that day. And then it was a morning paper. So I just came out, sneaked that. The interview was for 12. I just sneaked out. I just went to the interview. After the interview, and then I got the job. So these are the key two things against me. Asabibu, my parents, like, I'm maybe, in fact, 3 key things. I be first son. Asabibu, I can't graduate with 2-1 for engineering, electrical electronics, the hardest, and I can't get a job with telecommunication company, and I left the job, and I refused to practice engineering, all because I wanted to become a filmmaker. How would you think my parents would take that? Like, they were mad at me. So it became a struggle for me to convince them that this is really what I want to do with my life. Like, they call meeting for my head, man. Do you understand? Like, just a billion. Maybe village people don't they. Maybe village people don't they, wind the guy head. Why? I really, you went to got a job with a telecommunication company, and then you say, which Nollywood, And so it became a struggle. Coupled with the fact that they don't train me now, my family will not to get money. So that kind of be say if you graduate, you suppose help train other ones. You get a work, they collect money from this telecommunication company, help they support the family and all that. And I just bounced. I walked away, so I won't go. So I won't be direct. I won't be on the direct field. My papa like, who do this boy? Like how? So. And I know a lot of you will be facing that challenges. My story might not be your own story exactly, but a lot of times our parents will not want to support our dream, more especially for this, to entertain. They don't understand entertainment. You need to understand that. And so this is what I do and what I would suggest that you do, because it's going to help you. Among your two parents, you will always know the person will be your best friend. And for me, my papa be like, all this kind of stand, all this kind of meme man, all this kind of military, that kind, My mother was my best friend. And so the thing that I did was to constantly, try to make sure that my mother understood my dream, and that I convinced her that, mommy, I could make money with this Nollywood thing, I could survive. Now what thing I won't really do. It wasn't a dating, it wasn't just like I talked to him today, no. It was like after like a series of convincing and talking to. Because what will happen is that if your parents are in good term, they will obviously be in love. And once one person that agree for something, it will become easier for the other person to convince the stubborn one. So for me, I know that once I get my mom in my corner, I don't go fit convince my papa, I know fit. But in wife now, in babe, if in babe they talk to her and they convince her, for Zaoza room, however they do it, it go first listen. So I was able to like, constantly, because I understand that my mother is like, both of them, we all know this thing in family whereby say this person is more closer to the mom, this person is more closer to the dad. I was much more closer to my mom. I look like my mom, I look like her in a lot of ways. And so I went to convince my mom. I went to work convincing my mom. Do you understand? They say, because for her, like, they talk to all those boys, we didn't lose all of them. I will say they go just the fuck up and dance and had that boo. So they know for those that don't hear Igbo, that means that they don't amount to anything. That their guys will just be, fucking up and down, just chasing girls, and say you don't make a come because the next Sasha. Now you get too hard. Why don't come because they go general? So I went to work to convince my mother, and because there is this connection, there is this love, there is this relationship between me and her, I was able to convince her. And once I convinced her, she was also able now to go start working on her husband. And that is what you have to do. In your family, among your two parents, you need to know who is your best friend, who will be easy for you to convince. And let me tell you something. They will not understand your dream. Nobody understands your dream the way you do. Nobody will ever understand your dream the way you do. It is only you that carries the dream, understand the dream. My mother, and that's why I don't joke with my mom, man. I don't joke with my parents, both of them. But why I am so much in love with both of them and respect them so much is that even when they finally allowed me to be what I want to be, they did not quite understand it. They are not even sure. But they're like, okay, since this boy don't talk like this the way he want to, God, I beg you, make sure say this guy shall succeed. So to an extent also, the friction between you and your parents shouldn't make you give up. It should make you to talk to them, because once they come to your corner, they will even be the one praying for you. Because now they're like, God, I beg. This boy, say we don't want to make you go, they do this thing, boss. Yeah. Now, and your parents' prayer are very key and important to you. And now if you say this boy don't say now this thing, God, I beg, shall make this boy succeed. Now beg would they beg. So even when I was not even praying for myself, my mom said my papa be like, this guy shall get succeed though. Because now our first son, no, he can't just be, he has to succeed. So go back to your family. Find out who is more easy for you to convince. Convince the person to just let you do this thing. And not because they will understand it. They might not understand it. But the thing is, it's not your job for them to understand. Your job is just to be able to lay them on. Just convince them that this is what you want to do. They're not going to agree. Even my mother did not agree at once. But that kind, okay, let's see. So, I come dey do am small small, come dey do am small small. You know, she go dey pray for me, I go come, go talk about now wetin happen this month or this quarter, blah blah blah. Okay, I go this training, I go this other, this see the film school where I won't go, this da. You know, it was a gradual process. You know, it didn't just happen overnight. It was a gradual process. And then finally, both of them now had to kind of understand, support me. I had their blessing. And finally, when I come to make the money, you know, when I come to pay my junior one school fees, man, like, man, everybody has go join this Nollywood. They'll be like, say, all these directors, they pay them well. You know, that kind of stuff. All these producers will say that they make money, you know. So it's not going to be easy, but the key thing is you need to find who is your best friend among your mom and your dad. Convince the person. He might not understand your dream. Nobody does. Convince the person, and then the person will now work on the other person. And then you also always they make effort, go, or like, you know, finally make sure that you join my mentorship program where I'll be helping you, you know, go for training, make sure someone is mentoring, make sure someone is coaching you, you know, those kinds of little results here and there. Mommy, see what I do today, mommy, see what, you know, you will convince them, you know, as they be now, you know, when guy, like, normal level, when guy, they check you out, if they talk, no be only talk, you know, you go talk, you go do small, you go talk, you go do, you say, you go tell the guy, say you love him, you go, you know, shall do small, you know, that kind of thing, you know. So, you know, these are the things, you know, I love you, or you say, go tell us, okay, I love you too, but I still, that is your love, you know, those kind of things, but there needs to be some certain level of, you know, proof and progress and effort, and that's that on that. The second thing is, a lot of my friends and a lot of people out there were unable to pursue their dream because of what will people say, what will people, Nollywood, more especially for, it's even for both gender, men and women, I don't know. This all of them are shower, they just fuck up and down, they do blah blah blah, they, you know, they fuck up and down. If person buy has that sugar daddy done buy. And I tell people one thing, I say, practical example, let me give an example. Or the list I've paid any of all those favorite actors or celebrities actors that you know is 350,000. That's the list I've paid any of them. And some of these people get to act between 5 to 6 and more movies in every month because they are busy. Do you understand? And so if, for instance, someone is acting, he acted, you know, 5 movies in a month, even if it is 4, and they pay the person with the cheapest, which is 350,000 for, that is 1.4 million if I'm right, in a month. How many people they make 200,000, 100,000 for this country? And then person they make on a steady 1.4 million naira every month. Why will you be surprised when the person buy car? Why would go say sugar daddy and sugar mommy? If the person decides to do sugar daddy or whatever, sugar mommy, it's his life. But you can't deny the fact that these people make a lot of money. They are in the 1% of the people that make the highest money in this country. Do you understand? How many people did they pay bank? How much did they pay bankers? How much did they pay the highest paying job? Even though they earn money past people they work for a company. Then they pay you well for a company 500,000 if you know be director 1 million. These boys and girls make more than that. And they have a lot of endorsement. I made a post on my Instagram post the other day about a certain celebrity from the 2nd of July from the 2nd of July till I think ending of this month, that celebrity has made about 43 posts, and all of them are paid posts, and each of them she charges about 500 to 1 million naira to make all those adverts on her page. So in a month, even if she they charge, for instance, if she charges 1 million, that is 43 million in a month. Now, even if let's say she they charge, she too broke, she they even charge 100,000. That is 4.3 million in a month. And then the person go buy Benz, you go say, how the person want to take buy Benz, I want to take build house. How now? Do you understand what I'm saying? In a month. And a lot of them do this thing. If you go check your celebrities post, they're always doing adverts for someone, they are brand influencers. See, the biggest thing for you is just for you to start your career. Once you start and then you grow and get popular, money go they come in like river. This is where they make the money. I don't dispute the fact that some of them might decide to have a boyfriend and all that. Like you yourself, when you actor, you don't get boyfriend, and you don't get girlfriend. Why would you not make it an issue? Because so them now they are saints because they're actor, they don't go get girlfriend. Really? But you will not be actor. You get girlfriend, you get boyfriend. But other than that, these people they make a lot of money. So don't let about what people would think about you. People would think about what they would think. People will say what they will say. People are going to have opinion, whether you do or do. Adekunle Gold, so the thing don't even tire him. Just his latest single now. It is what it is. Try go listen to that song. It is what it is, man. You get what I'm saying? Go listen to that Adekunle song. It is what it is. People go talk. Even they don't even know it. They talk. They blah 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 blah. And this billion, no, this billion, this billion, that, blah blah blah. They come. They talk bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. People are going to have opinion. So don't see, this is the biggest killer of people's dream. What will people think? What will they say? If you want to do something like, what would they think? How would they? My nigga. And the funny thing? Those people, they don't give a fuck about you. They will not even help you. They don't want to even help you. They don't want to even make you. They don't give a fuck about you. So why would you give a fuck about their opinion? Why wouldn't you be living your dream because of how it is? The same is if I don't go join Nollywood, all of us don't turn to Ron's girl and all that. Allah, yeah. Who the help? Who the help, bro? Do you understand? Don't let what people think kill your dream. So these are the key two things I decided to talk to you guys on today, because I'm going to tell you for free. This is something you'll be dealing with a lot of time in this industry. People will talk, cho. This one don't fuck and down, don't fuck and blah blah blah, rah. Because if you go Instagram, what they gist that apart from actors and musicians and footballers, it's entertainment. So your life is in the public. So people go always talk. If you go Instagram now from morning to night, if you pass this thing. We see this actor do that one, this actor do that one, this musician do that one, that footballer do. It's always about entertainment. Entertainment is gossip, it's filled with gossip and all that. So get used to it. And maybe every once in a while they can't tell us that they don't loot money. But majorly it's about entertainment. So don't let what people say, make you to give up on your dream, because at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck about you. It's about you and your dream, and you should be able to live your dream, not giving a fuck about what any motherfucker out there think about you, as long as you're doing the right thing. So yeah. Also, the last thing that we'll be doing is, we'll talk about scripting, and then the next thing is voila, you start, coming to set and all that. So get ready. I'm excited that I want to see you become a superstar.